Ice Age is hard on life. Ice Ages are hard on polar bears. Their numbers go way down during the Ice Age. The archaeologists have proven that, and evidenced by the warming period the last 50 years, their numbers went up. Now their numbers may actually go down because it's getting cool again. Just like Mars ice caps were getting smaller, now they're getting bigger again the last 9 years because the sun, as one of the big drivers, has cooled off. It may get hotter, and it may get a lot hotter. It may get colder. We don't know. We're on a planet in deep space orbiting a sun. People may tell you that's a conspiracy theorist. We are on a planet. We do orbit a sun. Carbon dioxide is not poison. I promise you are on a planet, not Al Gore's delusional world. I promise you penguins can swim. They're the best aquatic swimming bird out there. I promise you polar bears hunt in the water. They're not all dying. It's all lies. We are on a planet. Polar bears can swim. They're not dying. Now, going back to close with Dr. Nils-Axel Mörner. Doctor is a top expert on this in your field. Before he retired, the head of your university's 2 departments on this. Stockholm University, very prestigious there in Sweden. In closing, you've been giving us lots of scientific proof it's a fraud, yes, but they don't care. In your research, why are these criminals engaged in systematic fraud? As the UN documents, not just ClimateGate, last week reveal, the UN is hiring them to engage in collectivist fraud. They want to rule the world. But from your research, doing battle with these criminals, why are they doing this?
Yes, you said it. They want to control it. And the thing that the first IPCC report set the, so to say, the train on the tracks. And they have never changed anything. Though the more we study, the more wrong they are. And but they only make this. This is a lobbying product. In early days, we could sell shampoo or anything, and it was allowed to have lobbyists to promote it. But in science, this has never been allowed. Science should always be evaluated from scientific merits. This time, this is no longer the case. It has been totally left aside, and those lobbyists have been able to carry it all the way to the Copenhagen meeting. And that is surprising and it's remarkable, and it's something which all forces have to work against. I mean, there are too many scientists which knew far too well that this was not correct, but they choose to be silent because they didn't want to quarrel, they didn't want to take their time and so on, and they especially wanted to have their research grants going on.
That's what the emails show, is that these are top scientists who persecute anyone that doesn't follow their dogma. Yes. The last time we saw a fraud this big really had to be Hitler with the scientific fraud of eugenics.
Yes, that is a strong thing, but it's coming. The essence is about the same. It's a way of wanting to control the world, which is an autocratic movement. They want to do that, and that's why they, to the begin with, set up this intergovernmental panel of climate. And nothing should be intergovernmental. I mean, no one should control anything. We should all be free states and having our own democratic judgment. This is so strange, but that's how it was once began. And I have written about that in a little book, which I have the modest title, The Greatest Lie Ever Told, because I think really this...
That's right. Tell us about your book. Tell us about your book, Doctor, and tell us about any websites or anything you'd like to impart to the listeners.
I know this is a small booklet which I launched 2007, and it's reprinted in 2009, and it's short. It's a lot of pictures, very little text, because people cannot read any longer. They need to see the evidence. And
it's a conspiracy theory that we can even read. I mean, if the media will tell the public that polar bears can't swim when they spend most of their time, as you know, in the water hunting, I mean, pretty soon they'll say reading never existed. But I mean, most people don't even know we're on a planet, Doctor. So they think Al Gore gave birth to the Earth. But go ahead.
Yeah, but this is more like a joke. It's so serious that of course things are so utterly wrong with I am a scientist. I must have respect for scientific way of working. Then we have the media. Far too much of the media has not taken their responsibility. So many have just basunated out exactly the same thing without checking. And
yeah, I mean, it's a fad. They catch him up in a fad, just like eugenics was the big fad.
It's a scientific matter. It's also a moralic matter. I mean, we have we don't behave like that. Lies should not be the normal thing.
Sir,
in
I get emails
life.
every day. I get emails every day where this guy was putting up posters downtown for a NASCAR race.
Yes.
And these beautiful women ran up screaming at him saying, "Cars kill the earth. You shouldn't do that." And then I saw another post where a guy was putting up monster truck posters and women ran up. So they have cult members just running around like zombies. I mean, how do we stop them?
I don't know. I think now maybe more and more are revealed of this, let us call it the iceberg of shame. The little thing which is sticking up is the East Anglia, and all those things which are beneath. More and more is revealed, and from that, facts must stop it. That's the only thing. I like facts. I believe in facts, but there is also in a little thing I wrote recently. I quoted Shakespeare and Hamlet. There is something rotten in the state of Denmark. And what is rotten is just exactly what is now going on in Bella Center, where they have the meeting on climate.
Well said, sir. So you've done a lot of writing and written a book. Tell us where we can read your writings or get the book.
Probably to make contact with me, and then I should advise you and find appropriate.
Sure. I mean, we have listeners in Sweden too. We're the #1 internet radio show. Yep. We're also on AM and FM, but we are #1 globally on the internet. So fire out your contact. I mean, is there a public contact, Doctor?
I have my email. It's the best one.
Give us your email, sir.
Mörner at poj.nu.
And do you put the umlaut or whatever over the O?
No. You should know that.
I know umlaut's in German.
There is no umlaut.
Okay, well, this internet printout had it. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know that, sir. I can't keep track of all the. Are you kidding? I'm from Texas. Some say we don't even really speak English down here. We live in caves. I am authentic hillbilly.
No, I don't think so at all, because this is also another thing. It's said that the scientists should do something about it, the media should do something. And then when we have all those wonderful, normal people which have something which is so important, and that is common sense. Common sense, if they just use it, they will see that there is something rotten in the state of Denmark.
Okay, give us that email again one more time, sir.
Mörner, M-O-R-N-E-R. Like my name. And then at. And P-O-J.
Okay.
And you.
All right, sir. Well, it's great talking to you. I hope you haven't been persecuted too bad by these people. They've got a lot of.
You can bet I have been very much, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
So they did persecute you.
In many ways, but I'm stronger.
Yeah, that only makes you want to fight harder, doesn't it?
They try, and I get a little extra minute. They get an extra minute which they wouldn't have liked to have. So it's easy to talk about these things because I happen to know the subject, and the other don't know it. They are just fighting for something which they have. Well,
what they really want is to move into our houses and control our children. I mean, these really are the most.
We shouldn't go that far, but I mean,
no. They're a guild of control freaks. No.
It's enough so much, yes, and of course, if they set up this strong